Whether you're new to this podcast or you're tuning in for the sixth time, welcome or welcome back. I appreciate you. You're listening to episode 6 of the Motivation Medium podcast. I'm Amber Malone, and guess what we're doing today? Same thing we do every week. We're just collecting information about our feelings and having hashtag zero shame conversations. Today's zero shame conversation is about celebrating yourself when you're feeling sad.
This is school. This is school. Always has been.
Welcome to the Motivation Medium podcast. I'm Amber Malone, and every week I'll share helpful ways to overcome shame and gentle reminders about embracing self-love. Together, we'll become more curious about our feelings and our human experience. Visit motivationmedium.com for more self-love tools. What comes to mind when you think of celebrating yourself while you're feeling sad? I want to give you a moment to pause and reflect on that question. And by moment, I mean a podcast moment, because in the podcast world, a short pause can feel like an eternity. I'm learning that. So a podcast moment to think about what comes up for you when you think about celebrating yourself while you're feeling sad. Just take a podcast moment to reflect on that question. What came up for me when I asked myself that question was, you can't feel good and sad at the same time. Like what? Like that doesn't even go together. Doesn't go together. But what if you don't have to choose between moments of joy and moments of sadness? Celebrating myself while feeling sad is giving myself the space to celebrate without shame. And it's actually become a new self-care practice. And here's why. Typically, I hear and see a lot about celebrating yourself when you're feeling happy, excited, joyful about your wins, your milestones, and your accomplishments, right? And that's awesome, by the way. I also want to add to that conversation, though, that you can celebrate yourself alongside emotions like loneliness and sadness. I actually made a list to share with you of the times I gave myself permission to celebrate myself, and maybe you can relate. In the past, I only celebrated myself when I felt accomplished, joy, loved, excitement, peaceful, elated, content, connected, appreciated, energetic, happy, funny, patient, praised, proud, present, relaxed, and talented. You are not alone if you don't feel those emotions every minute of every day. I don't either, and that's okay. I made another list of the times I didn't give myself permission to celebrate myself so that I could explore, get curious, understand more about why. And maybe you can relate to this list also. So in the past, I didn't celebrate myself or give myself permission to celebrate when I felt unprepared, unappreciated, tired, stressed, scared, sad, rushed, frustrated, forgetful, embarrassed, drained, disorganized, dismissed, disconnected, depleted, confused, broken, anxious, angry, and alone. So lately, I've been getting curious about why. I was taught as a kid how to celebrate myself when I performed well or achieved something. So if exploring celebrating yourself while feeling sad is new to you, you're not alone. It's new to me too. I think celebrating yourself can sometimes get lost in the endless search for perfection, the endless search for perfect moments, and longing for more. I also think celebrating yourself can definitely feel challenging when you're going through a tough life change, when you're in physical pain. It can feel challenging when someone's words feel incredibly hurtful. It can be challenging to celebrate yourself when you are supporting yourself or a loved one through an illness. It can feel challenging to celebrate yourself when you are experiencing deep grief, sadness, and pain. The shame story that often comes up says that you are somehow betraying your grief if you celebrate yourself. You are allowed to celebrate the life of a loved one and celebrate yourself. You don't have to deny yourself moments of joy to honor your grief. When you're feeling sad or like the present moment isn't feeling like enough, it can be a deeply personal topic. And that's why I want you to know you're not alone. So today, we are taking a mindful moment to celebrate ourselves alongside our sadness. Because having open conversations with each other about how we're feeling is how we start uncovering the shame stories and stigma. There are no rules when it comes to celebrating yourself today. It's okay to celebrate the silent spaces. It's okay to celebrate the decisions you've made. It's okay to celebrate simplifying your schedule. It's okay to celebrate talking openly about your feelings. It's okay to celebrate releasing expectations of yourself. It's okay to celebrate slowing down. It's okay to celebrate an activity or an accomplishment. It's okay to celebrate resilience. It's okay to celebrate self-compassion. It's okay to celebrate your unique personal style. It's okay to celebrate changing or reinventing your career. You can celebrate your body, moving your body, listening to your body. You can celebrate reaching out for support. It's okay to celebrate crying and vulnerability. It's okay to celebrate taking deep breaths. It's okay to celebrate your passions and your unique visions. It's okay to celebrate checking in with yourself right now. It's okay to celebrate setting boundaries. It's okay to celebrate that you're okay with celebrating right now. It's okay to celebrate significant moments in your life. There's a million different ways to celebrate you today. You can invent new ways to celebrate you. It doesn't have to be something that you outwardly express, but it can be. The way you experience celebrating yourself today is unique to you. There's no right way to celebrate. Celebrating you right now doesn't mean you must only feel one emotion like sadness or joy. Sometimes we need to give voice to the shame around celebrating ourselves. And you are allowed to celebrate publicly or privately. You are allowed to talk about celebrating yourself today, even if you're going through a tough time. When it comes to celebrating yourself, there's no such thing as talking too much or too little about celebrating yourself. Also, the way that other people practice self-care or celebrating themselves might work for you, might not. It might work for them and not for you. That's okay. You get to decide what works best for you. You get to celebrate yourself, feel your feelings, and practice self-care at your own pace. As you know, we're just collecting information and exploring our feelings. And this is your reminder, it's okay to reach out to someone for support because it's okay to talk about how you're feeling. You know how much I love connecting with you and having these conversations with you. And I appreciate you taking time out today to celebrate you.